Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Phil from the Checkerboard Kids here, and you're watching the Checkerboard Kids Show. And today, our special guest, hailing from New York City, let's give it up for Charley Raiff.
Guy walks into a bar and a girl says, ouch. I'm that chicken that crosses the road and forgot his scoop way back home. I live in my palace of dark and empty rooms. Nobody sees me there. My front door's never seen a balloon. I'm alone on stage and fighting to keep other actors out. I build a fence with my face and my eyes. I shoot thunder and lightning out. When you stare back at me, I want to stare back at you. Like a shattered mirror, I want you to feel like the beginning of something that never completes. Alarms ringing like church bells on a Friday afternoon. Trouble's round the corner, and nobody's heard the news. It was one time we went to the carnival, and we went on the rides until 2. And after the coasters, my head was spinning. It was you that made me wanna puke. I'm alone on stage and fighting to keep other actors out. I build a fence with my face and my eyes. I shoot thunder and lightning out. I shoot thunder and lightning out. I shoot thunder and lightning out.
Woo, Charley Raiff, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now Charley, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you for having me.
now are you mainly like a kind of a jazz, blues, kind of R&B? What's going on?
Well,
How do you how would you classify? What genre would you fall into?
well, I don't really know. That's a good question. I mean, I'm originally classically trained, and then I got into jazz, and then I got into rock.
Right. What kind of rock influences would you say you have?
I mean, just regular old like singer-songwriter,
What do
like
you like?
know,
Come
like
on,
classic
you can
rock,
say it.
like Bob Dylan, and Jimi Hendrix.
The Experience.
Yeah, guys who just like were really, just I felt like sang from their heart, and were authentic, but sort of like, developed.
So you emulate that also?
No,
with
I
your
don't
own
think
stuff?
I do. I mean, I kind of think that they took, what a genre was and kind of, made their own thing out of it, where it was, so them that, it became like that was, it's like a, Jimi Hendrix type song or a Bob Dylan type song. So
would you say you're making Charley Raiff-like songs?
That's what I think. I'd like to think that. I get compared to a lot of people who, play the piano and sing. Billy Joel,
obviously,
and Randy Newman.
Elton John.
Yeah, Elton John.
I noticed it's kind of that like mid '70s Elton John, which I
Yeah.
actually am a big fan of.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of different influences. I listen to everything from, like old jazz to like, what's on the radio.
EDM or some dubstep or something like that in
Yeah,
there?
I mean, not
Get it
so
all
much
in.
that kind of stuff, but yeah, a little bit, I dabble,
All right, man. Well, let's hear a little bit more Charley Raiff.
Okay, let me just fix this.
Doing a little. Excuse, let me adjust this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
All right.
I'm sitting in the kitchen all by myself. It's been a long day at school. The dog starts to bark. My father comes through the door, sits down and explaining one of last minute rules. Sometimes huff and puff at the loss of $1. The eyes will pop out of his head. The regular heartbeat sounds irregular when you're worrying about being dead. I hear the fear in his heart, his voice is bitter and tart. Silent for being nervous is like an art. When living life, you have to be on top of every detail, like a matador is on top of his bull. Something sacred about being a human alarm, when the glass is always empty, never full. So in my honest opinion, the apple's pretty far from the tree. Even though it says I'm just like him, he's definitely not like me. With mama, it's like magnet on a magnet. Sister finds him a buggy little flea. Not even notes on his piano when you're playing in his key. So over time I developed some sort of theory. It's the more you're like my father, the farther you'll be from being free. I hear the fear in his heart, his voice is bitter and tart. His talent for being nervous is like an art. When living life, you have to be on top of every detail, like a matador is on top of his bow. Something sacred about being a human alarm, when the glass is always empty, never full.
All right, Charley. All right. So let me ask: was that based on real life experiences, or are
Yeah.
you creating characters here?
Yeah, actually, so that song was written because I took a songwriting class at my school, and it was actually taught by this guy, Stu, who wrote this musical called Passing Strange, and who's been a great mentor to me.
I've heard about that guy, man.
Yeah, he's great. And but anyway, so his assignment was to write something that you didn't want to write about. So the assignment was, so basically what I didn't want to write about was something, with like my dad, like him being a neurotic person. And I haven't really told that to his face.
Oh.
But well, he's obviously a neurotic person, but I haven't told him that this song was about him.
Has he heard the song?
Yeah,
And he
multiple
didn't
times.
put the two together?
He probably did, I don't think I probably try to like not enunciate the lyrics that well, but
What's he say? Nice song.
yeah, I don't know. He doesn't say anything, I think he's probably too neurotic to hear my to have a reaction. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, yeah, let's see the clip on TV, on YouTube or something like that. He's like, hey, you talking about me? Hey, over here.
Yep. Now it's public. So
There you go. It's on and popping. What are some of the other subjects you write about?
Well,
When you're not writing about things you don't want to write about.
Yeah, I mean, my songs are pretty varied. A lot of them are just kind of about, failed relationships, relationships that I want to have that I haven't had, just sort of loss.
Love and loss.
Love and loss. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
Well, everybody can sympathize with those.
I kind of write them, and I don't like technically go for a certain concept when I'm writing a song, but I try to make it as personal as possible so I can hopefully connect with the audience as much as I can.
Well, definitely people can get down with loving loss. So
Yeah.
let's hear a little of that.
All right, cool, sure.
What you got in your bag of tricks there, Charlie?
All right, this one is called "Be a Man."
He's the one who told me ignorance was a state of glorified distraction. He's the one who told me life was a game that only the stars played. He's the man who cried when I showed up to shake his hand. I'm his vision of what it's like to be a man. She's the woman, the first one to take me into her arms. Teach me the ways to relate. She's the one to make a heart stop bleeding by dinner at 8. She's the one who sighed when misery found its way to my hand. And she said, I'm his vision of what it's like to be a man. And my brother explained to me where I was going last year to the unlimited sand. He showed me to the desert of things I'll never get on an unlimited plan. He's the guy who cried and then he shot down some old man. And I'm his vision of what it's like to be a man. To be a man. To be a man.
Very nice. tickling the ivories over there,
Yeah.
as it were. You actually, you know what? When you were playing that, you have so many different. Kind of had a bossa nova thing going on in the beginning of that.
Yeah.
There's so many different styles, and you said you were classically trained. Can you show me a little of the classical? Just a sample of the skills. I just gotta see that.
Hold on one second. Embarrassing myself. Yeah, let me. Oh, this pedal keeps slipping away.
Putting the pedal to the metal over there.
Yeah, I've actually been working on this for a little bit. It's,
Go for it.
I'll play a little bit of this piece.
Yeah.
That's Debussy.
Oh, Debussy.
Yeah, Debussy.
Debussy.
Yeah.
For us ignorant people, but how do you say his name?
Debussy.
Yeah, Debussy.
Debussy. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
French.
I love that Clair de Lune. That's another good one that I like.
Yeah. That's probably his most famous one.
But I tell you, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, this one's pretty famous as well.
Do you ever just like sometimes will just walk into the place wherever there's piano and then just tickle the ivories and all people come a flocking just to see what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I
It's like the superpower that you have.
well, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I mean, I get called talented a lot. I don't really know what that means. I wish I did because
Well, hold on. What made you gravitate to the piano?
I have no idea. And I guess that's part of it too. Is it just kind of like was a natural interest for me?
It manifested like mutant abilities.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, basically, I don't really know. And a lot of the times I don't feel like I'm thinking when I play, and but I mean, a lot of it, I really put myself in a lot of training, just conservatories, music schools, private lessons.
Those
and all that
places,
stuff.
well, they all have faith in you, so
Yeah.
you're just proving them right.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Now you know who one of my favorite piano singer-songwriters is ever.
Who?
One of the people don't really think about this person being a accomplished pianist. Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that guy. He was like a big piano player. I think
Really?
he went to college for piano.
Yeah.
And music conservatory and the whole nine. And a lot of the music that you saw on his show, he wrote like over 200 songs for real.
Yeah.
Doing his thing, and a really nice person too.
Yeah, there are people you wouldn't know who are like really good musicians. I think his name's Alan Greenspan. He used to be the Secretary of
He's like
Treasury,
a
I think,
yeah,
or
political
something.
guy.
Something like that. Yeah, but he went to Juilliard and like.
Get out.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Yeah.
He's keeping his light under a bushel. I guess he was better at that other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see some more skills. The tickling of the ivories of Charley Raiff. The musical stylings, if you were.
All right.
Oh, do you ever do that thing where you crack your knuckles like first?
Yeah.
And then you play?
Yeah, I did that. I've done that before.
I feel myself inflated with self-esteem. I can't be here without you near. I come to find that you are not a dream. You're really here. You're in my hand, spinning round and round and fancy that I seen. Normal cells don't define you at all to me. Your face is like animation, drawn with golden hands. Your textures sink into my shoulders, and I feel like a man. When the time comes, when the bells start to ring, when the parade becomes stampede all over you and me. We find ourselves spinning round and round, or else places not physically seen. Normal cells don't define you at all to me. When all your long-lost lovers disappear, we're standing here, away from mirrors. The ends of the world disappear, and this never-ending story is what our lives depend on here.
All right, Charley Raiff. Woo! Now, can people see your? I mean, they either see your stuff online, or can they? Is there a website or something that people can get their mitts on your stuff?
Yeah, I just recorded some songs. I have a few YouTube videos up, but everything you could find pretty much on charleyraiff.com.
Can we get the spelling of Rafe, please?
Yeah, I'll also give you the spelling of Charlie because it's not the usual spelling.
Oh, okay.
It's CHARLEY
Okay.
RAIFF.
Okay. So.
.com.
All right. So I'll be looking forward to checking out some more Charley Raiff.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen. So let's see. We got about 4 minutes left. So
Okay.
anything you want to have shout outs or anything like that?
No, I mean, I just, I want to, thank everyone who's helped me.
People are supporting you.
Yeah,
There's lots of people involved
a
in
lot
the
of-
Charley Raiff machine.
Yeah, basically, all my teachers and, not that, they may or may not watch this, but,
It takes a village to raise a musician, darn it.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Definitely true.
Right
So,
on. And aspirations for the future, you're just doing your thing. You're doing it for the love.
yeah. I mean, basically,
I mean, because you're doing your classical stuff, thing, but this is your
classical jazz.
But this is you, like, expressing yourself and having fun.
Right, yeah. Basically.
Well, that's what it's all about, man. It's, you love it, and I'm sure you guys out there will love it too. So look for Charley Raiff and take us out, man.
All right, man. I'll play one more song. Sorry, this pedal keeps slipping away from me. I think I'm a little too
What's it talking
aggressive with it. So this is Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out, which is a old Bessie Smith song.
Old school.
This is not one that I wrote, although the other ones I did write. But, this one is a favorite among people, that I know. So yeah, I'm gonna play it.
Once I led the life of a millionaire, spending all my money, didn't have any cares. Took all my friends out for a mighty good time, bought bootleg liquor, champagne and wine. Then I began to fall so low, lost all my good friends, had nowhere to go. If I get my hands on a dollar again, I'll hang on to it till that old eagle grins. Because nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not one penny, and as for friends, you don't have any. When you get back on your feet again, everybody wants to be a long lost friend. I said it straight without any doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not one penny, and as for friends, you don't have any. When you get back on your feet again, everybody wants to be a long lost friend. I said it straight without any doubt. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you when you're down and out.
All right. Thank you, Charley Raiff, ladies and gentlemen. Checkerboard Kids Show, thank you so much for watching. Good night.